Angie operated Keel Silk Screening, producing thousands of screen-printed shirts and merchandise for local sports teams, schools, and businesses, as well as Dave devoting his time for coaching youth sports. He cherished spending time with his family, especially watching his grandchildren's sporting events and other sporting events across Tornado Nation.
He especially loved watching his grandson Owen Mateer, number two for the Tornadoes. Please take a moment of silence for David Keel, a true friend of Tornado Nation.
Thank you. At this time, we ask those in attendance to please stand, remove your hats, and join the playing of the national anthem by our THS marching band under the direction of Mr. Cliff Jordan. welcome the Taylorville Tornadoes. Mahomet-Seymour won the coin toss and is first in the second half. Taylorville will receive, defending the south end zone. Officials for tonight: Justin Clark, Ron Miller, Cody Proctor, Mark Flickensdorfer.
Welcome to the TommyTV pregame report. Thank you all for joining us here tonight as the Taylorville Tornadoes prepare to take on the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. It's set to be an exciting game, and we look forward to taking you into the funnel right here on TommyTV. I'm Landry Solomon, joined here at the Taylorville High School by Abby Carlisle.
Thanks, Landry. As you said, the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs are in town. The Bulldogs sit at 2-2 this season, coming off a huge win last week, 56-3 against the Charleston Trojans. The Bulldogs team led senior quarterback Lucas Dreyer. The Tornadoes will have to battle the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs to receive a hard-earned victory for tonight.
The Tornadoes are coming off a Week 4 loss against the Mount Zion Braves. Although the Tornadoes didn't prevail in that game, it was an impressive performance. Tornadoes held Mount Zion to 16 points and scored 14 themselves. Although it wasn't the outcome they wanted, their strong performance showed that the Tornadoes can keep up a close game against tough opponents.
You said it, Landry. It's going to be a difficult one here tonight, but the Tornadoes have proven they will leave it all on the field.
Thank you for tuning in to the TommyTV pregame report. Sit back and relax as we count down to kickoff live from Taylorville High School. Don't go anywhere. You're watching TommyTV.
The shotgun. Ball is snapped. Hands it off to his right. So that's Clark Durbin, and he finds a hole, and he's gone. And the Mahomet-Seymour 35. Unbelievable run there. First snap of the ball game for Owen Mateer. He found his hole, and he did not stop. Looked like he only had one man to beat. Anthony, what did you see there?
Yeah, huge run there for Owen Mateer as the Tornadoes get ready to snap it again quickly, but a great start to this ball game for Baron Odom and the Tornadoes.
We saw it on the ground like we thought we were. Barron's going to keep it himself this time, push through the line and pick himself up quite a few. Might be good for 7 or 8.
Yeah, and you wonder, their Tornadoes were very quick to get to that ball and snap it. Not sure if they were trying to get Mahomet off guard. A little bit of a bobbled snap, but Barron was able to recover, and like you said, pick up a solid 6 or 7 yards. And the Taylorville Tornadoes have great field positioning here early.
2nd and 5 on the Mahomet-Seymour 30.
So Malik Pierce coming out for this play. Going in is going to be Travis Burke. We've talked about him, a tight end, standing at 6'4", 195. There's a lot of talent out there, and we'll see if the Tornadoes use him on the second down.
Lightning fast Taylorville offense so far on the ground. Barron prepares right under center for the snap. He's going to hand that off to his right side. It's going to be Mateer again. He finds a hole, stays up. He's going to be brought down right at about the 20.
I'll tell you what, Tim, this O-line is doing a good job keeping these Bulldogs off the Tornadoes.
Without a doubt, and it's interesting how this offensive line is working so well together early in this ballgame. Look to have made some tweaks in this past week of work.
Yeah, when you're 1-3, you got to make some adjustments, find new guys to be able to do jobs, and so far they're doing well. We'll see how it continues here for the Tornadoes. We're only a little bit over a minute into this ballgame, but the Tornadoes looking to strike early in the first. 1st and 10, ball on the Mahomet-Seymour 21. About 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Odom under center, ball is snapped. He's going to hand it off once again. Looks like that is Mateer. He's going to be harassed back down to about the line of center, probably a loss. About 2 or 3 there. Yeah, loss for a couple there, trying to do what they did on that first play of the game. Weren't able to find that same hole. Looks like forward progress, though, might bring them up a couple of yards.
Oh, yeah, he did get through there. 2nd and 9 for Baron Odom, the senior starting quarterback.
See what they choose to do here on 2nd and 3rd down. It'll be interesting to see when they have a lot of yards to pick up here.
Travis Burke comes off. Malik Pierce checks back in. Anthony, this is a similar position. We've seen Baron Odom let it fly right at about the 20-yard line like this.
You know, see if he aims for the corners and the sidelines. Malik Pierce out there. Blake Ladage as well.
In the shotgun, Baron Odom's going to hand it off. Owen Mateer brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Mahomet-Seymour Bulldog defense read that perfectly.
Yeah, they got right through that O-line that time. We were able to see him instantly. Tornadoes now on 3rd down. We'll see what Coach Odom elects to do here.
Odom not dropping back to throw once in this ball game in the very first snap. Owen Mateer carried that about a 40, 50-yard run.
It makes sense if you're out here, Tim. You see this wind blowing against the Tornadoes. It'll be tough to get this one in the air, especially to moving targets tonight.
The wind is blowing straight south. Taylorville is throwing into that wind right now. Blake Ladage on the near side. Wide receivers, 3 on the right-hand side. Owen Mateer to Baron Odom's right.
Coach Odom looks like forced to call a timeout there as the play clock was ticking down.
Taylorville Community Credit Union, the exclusive sponsor of the Taylorville Tornado Timeouts, conveniently located in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org, member NCUA. Drawn up a play here on a 3rd and 9 on the 20-yard line. 9 minutes left in this first quarter. No score between the Taylorville Tornadoes and the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. And it's been a good start, a bright start for this Taylorville team.
Yeah, we saw that huge play in the first. That was Owen Mateer who carried it up all the way into not quite the red zone for the Tornadoes. But Coach Odom is fired up right now. Looks like there was some confusion on the line of scrimmage. And that's one thing that you don't want to have happen early in the game. Had to use 1 timeout already. So we'll see what they draw up. Hopefully they can come up with something big. 3rd down and 9 to gain here.
Want to make this timeout worthwhile on a 3rd and 9. Make this first drive really something that the Bulldogs are going to remember.
Confusion on the line of scrimmage is something that Taylorville has struggled with a little bit in the past few games. Trying to clean that up here as Clark Durbin comes out to the far side. See what they elect to do here on 3rd down.
It's Clark Durbin, the receiver on our near side. Durbin under center. He's going to drop back to pass. He rolls off to his right. Quick pass, reception there by Blake Ladage. He's going to be pushed out of bounds on the far side. And a nice run there for the Taylorville Tornadoes. I think they picked up the first down. Saw the marker go down.
It looks like they might have just picked it up. We'll see where the officials spot it. Looks like they will move down. A nice play call drawn up right there by the coaches. Baron Odom rolled out to his right. Found, I think, was that Blake Ladage there?
Looked like it was.
I think that was as well. Rolled out to the right, found him. Didn't have to make a long throw, and he stretched out, was able to pick up that first down. Yep. Tornadoes now, looks like the 12-yard line. We'll try to score early.
Tornadoes in the red zone, 1st and 10. Ball on the 11-yard line. Odom under center. Durbin on the near side, only receiver. Ball's going to be handed off. Looks like that's Mateer. Not much going for him. He crashes right into the defense of the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs.
Not able to pick up a lot on that run.
8:40, clock continues to wind down here in quarter number 1. Still no score between Taylorville and Mahomet-Seymour. Baron Odom getting some signs from his coaches on the near side. All of the Taylorville offense looks like Travis Burke coming off once again. Malik Pierce checks back in. That's a little mix match we've been seeing for him. Durbin off to the far side. Blake Ladage on the near side. Mateer to Odom's rear. It's going to be handed off to Mateer. He's going to be swallowed up after picking up maybe one with forward progress.
Yeah, they were trying to roll out to the left sideline towards us and just weren't able to pick anything up. No room, didn't have blockers. It's tough to make anything happen in that situation if you're the guy running the ball.
The Bulldogs with a strong defensive stand here in this first drive for the Taylorville Tornadoes. 3rd and 10. They're really going to need to make some movement here. We saw a nice short pass from Baron Odom in the first of the ball game to get the first down to bring us to the 11-yard line here. Let's see if Baron elects to go with a similar choice. Coming back out onto the field, Ethan Rusher. No wide receivers out for Taylorville. Ball is snapped. Odom's going to keep it himself. A man completely read it for the Bulldogs and needs to be hauled down for a loss.
I believe that was Ethan Esker for the Bulldogs, the 6-foot senior. Just read it perfectly, got right through. Baron Odom had nowhere to go. 4th down coming up here. We'll see what the Tornadoes do.
On a 4th and 12, Anthony, we were looking at some field goal attempts during warm-ups for this Taylorville team, and I don't think they're going to go for it here.
Doesn't look like it, especially with the wind coming at you.
Yeah.
So tough, but Taylorville has to pick up 12 yards here. We'll see if they can do it.
Malik Pierce behind Baron Odom, 2 wide receivers off to the right. Malik Pierce now splits for the near side. Ball is snapped to Odom. He wasn't paying attention. Now he picks it back up. He's going to have to roll off to his right. The pass is going to be incomplete, and the Taylorville goes out on downs.
Yeah, it looked like he had a guy open there that might have been Owen Mateer or Owen Yonker, could have been, but even if he had completed that pass, I don't think he's getting the first down there, Tim, or a couple Bulldogs around him. But yeah, just another issue at the line of scrimmage. The snap happened before Baron Odom was ready. Had to try and make a play, but just tough to see the Tornadoes come out so strong, but unfortunately turn it over on downs.
So after a 40-yard run from Owen Mateer to take the Taylorville Tornadoes into the Mahomet-Seymour end, Taylorville has stood up at the 13-yard line. Now the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs, we're going to get our first look at their offense.
Yeah, Lucas Dyer coming out here. We talked about him a little bit, averaging over 300 yards per game.
Wow. Impressive stuff there, and they're throwing with the wind now. Dyer's going to hand it off. He's going to be stood up at the line, not much moving for him.
Like who I saw there, Tornadoes pounced on it quickly. Didn't give them anything to work with. Hopefully they can make them throw the ball as well.
Wade Manuel on that carry looked like for the Bulldogs. 5'9" wide receiver there, junior. Dyer in the shotgun. Man in motion. 3 stack to his right. Screen pass off to the near side, and it's dropped. Taylorville's going to push that man out of bounds, and the play was blown dead when that ball was dropped. Incomplete pass.
They tried to pick it up and keep going with it, but it was clearly dropped and incomplete right there. Not sure if the wind got to him. Sometimes, Tim, you're expecting a hit, and that can get in your head, and you take your eyes off the ball for a split second. So Taylorville with some good pressure here makes it 3rd down very quickly. The Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs have to try and pick up 9 here, pushed back into their own territory.
Great point. You start to hear footsteps as a receiver, and I think it's a little bit tougher to catch that ball. 3rd and 9, ball on the Mahomet-Seymour 14. Taylorville applying the pressure now. Dyer drops back. He's going to keep it himself, and he looks like he has some room to run. See if Taylorville can get him down before the first down. It looks like Dyer will slide for the first there, and what a great run. How dynamic is Dyer in that?
Yeah, perfect coverage there for the Tornadoes, except nobody stayed home on the quarterback. Had their wide receivers good. Running back was locked up fairly well, but Dyer just had a hole, and he took it and went with it. So, yeah, very dynamic, and he can use the legs out there.
1st and 10 now on the Mahomet-Seymour 24-yard line. Lucas Dyer in the shotgun. 1 receiver to our near side, 1 off to the far side. Ball is handed off, swallowed up by the Tornado defense. Read that one perfectly, no holes for him.
Yeah, nice job there so far. Nothing able to get going for the run game from Mahomet, besides that last one from Lucas Dyer himself. See what they go with here on 2nd down again. Wind is on their side, but still that can make an issue. Overthrowing receivers is something we see a lot, so being able to place that ball is difficult, whether you're going with the wind or against it.
5 minutes, 30 seconds, no score between Taylorville and Mahomet-Seymour. Lucas Dyer hands that ball off. Going to be brought down by the Tornadoes just short of that 1st down marker.
Yeah, like you said, just short. Looked like Cash Foraker might have been in there on the tackle. A lot of these guys are very dynamic, Tim. We see guys like Owen Yonker out there who are mainly offensive players, but they also get out there for defense, have to play corner and be very dynamic out here on this Taylorville team.
Got to be a Swiss Army knife of an athlete if you want to play for this Taylorville team. We see a lot of these guys playing both sides of the ball. It's got to get tiring.
Even Baron Odom, we see him out there a lot of times at cornerback, and even as long snapper, I think he does for this Tornadoes team when they do attempt field goals or extra points.
Bring out the down markers here. Really close. This ball's going to be 3rd and inches if they didn't pick it up here. And that's a 1st down. They call it for the Bulldogs. Had to bring out the chains.
It's very close.
Yeah.
It's interesting, Tim, how close they get with inches, but at the end of the day, the referee just puts it about where he sees it.
That's a pretty subjective part of the game. It is interesting to see that. It'll be a 1st and 10 on the Mahomet-Seymour 33-yard line. Just under 5 minutes in this 1st quarter. No score. Taylorville Tornadoes and Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. Lucas Dyer in the shotgun. It's going to be handed off to his left side. Finding a hole is that Bulldog. He's going to break through a couple of tackles and get brought down at the 45-yard line.
There was Cade Ashby. We talked about him a little bit pregame, but a little bit shorter, but he's got the muscles. That's what you're looking at in a running back.
It's the perfect size, 5'9", 195. They're going to give it right back to him. That's Ashby, and he's going to be brought down right at about the 48.
He's so strong. It takes a few tackles to actually pull him to the ground a lot of times.
So 2nd and 7 now on the 49-yard line. Taylorville just trying to click on defense. The ball's going to be handed off once again. That's Ashby. He bounces out to the far side. He's going to get the first down and more. Down to the 40-yard line on the Taylorville end.
Ashby just keeps picking up first downs. It's tough out here for the Tornadoes team trying to stop him, but the O-line for the Bulldogs has been doing a decent job so far, giving him holes, creating gaps, but as they keep pushing down the field, got to find a solution for him.
Not too much in the air from either of these teams, and the Bulldogs throwing with the wind. Ball is snapped, and this time we are going to see a screen pass that's going to be caught. That's Gavin Hammerschmidt, and he's going to be brought down right at the 40. No gain for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Landon Patterson was right there to get him up on that tackle. He had a blocker, but Landon was able to maneuver around him and ultimately pull him down. It's interesting seeing them elect to throw there after Ashby had been running the football so well.
Yeah.
Bulldogs will take a moment here as there's a flag.
And a screen pass that was so heavily covered. It's going to be a flag there on the Bulldogs. Holding? What did we see?
Yeah, I think that was holding. It's going to back him up.
Back to the 50.
Yeah, 10 yards. So Tornadoes with an opportunity here. They have to capitalize on these mistakes. For a Bulldogs team that makes very few of them, this is an opportunity. They have to capitalize it and then keep them here. They have to pick up 20 yards now. We'll see if they now bring it up in the air or try to run it first.
Mahomet-Seymour coming off a 56-3 win over Charleston last Friday. Ball is snapped. Lucas Dyer. That's Ashby once again, far side. He's going to try to do the same idea that he had, and he's going to get just back to about the line of scrimmage before the flag was thrown. 1st and 20. We'll move to about a 2nd and 10.
Decent number of Bulldogs fans showing up here. Over an hour drive for them, but they make the commute to support the team as well as the cheerleaders out here.
Much respect. Senior night for tennis and
golf. Yes, both for girls.
Congratulations to all those seniors there. We need a list of those seniors so we can read those off. 2nd and 13 now on the Taylorville 43. It's going to be handed off once again. That Bulldog runs through and he's going to be brought down at the Taylorville 35. Nice tackle swallowing him up there. Got to get a number on him.
I believe that was Wade Manuel potentially.
Yeah. It's now a 3rd and 1 on the 31-yard line of Taylorville's end. Let's see what Dyer elects to go with here. He's been going to Cade Ashby after he's seen that work. He is going to go to Ashby. The handoff is completed, and they're going to push through for the first down. Forward progress would have gotten him there. Taylorville coming in, crashing in for tackles. Elijah Nash, I saw.
He brings it straight up the middle. That's what you see a lot of the times on those 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 type situations where you just need to pick up a couple. And with a guy like Ashby who's able to pick up yards like that, just give it to him, let him go up the middle and do his thing. He'll pick up a first down most of the time.
Dyer hands it off once again. That's Wade Manuel. He's going to be brought down right at about the 23-yard line. Maybe even closer into the Taylorville end. We're talking nickel and diming down the field. This Mahomet-Seymour Bulldog team, they're okay with giving up a few yards every now and then. They're finding success on the ground.
Yeah, they're able to find that success, like you said, and to have a guy like Manuel who can give Ashby a break every once in a while. He's listed on our roster as a wide receiver, but obviously he's able to carry that ball on the ground as well.
We're going Manuel, Wade Manuel on that, not Manuel. Let's go Manuel. Sure. I feel like he's going to be a constant for tonight. Lucas Dyer in the shotgun at the Taylorville 15, 1st and 10. Looks like a Taylorville defender jumped there. That ball's going to be handed off once again. Coming to the near side. He's going to be brought down right at the 10-yard line for Taylorville. Mahomet-Seymour inching closer and closer to the first score of this ball game. 2 minutes left. No score between Taylorville and Mahomet-Seymour.
Yeah, no huge plays for Mahomet that we've seen picking up a ton of yards, but they're able to just creep forward, and pick up that first down every time with these great running backs like Ashby.
That'll take a lot out of the defense there, Anthony, when you think you got a personal win there for the drive and for that play. Not quite. Play's going to be blown dead before it can even get started. And the Bulldogs will be pushed back a few yards. Taylorville catching the break on that one.
Yeah, false start right there. Not sure who jumped, but a little bit of miscommunication right there. It's the 2nd flag, 2nd of the game. Both on Mahomet.
Wide receivers on either side of Dyer. Next to him is Cade Ashby. Ball's going to be handed off to Ashby. He's going to break through a few tackles. Forward progress. Will move him through just a little bit.
Yeah, big 3rd down here for Taylorville. Have to get a stop, try and force him to kick.
3rd and 5. They're going to try to rush it through.
Looks like they will pick up a couple. You think it's enough, Anthony?
I think he might have just got enough. Left to see where the officials spot this ball, but it looks like the chain gang is moving down, signaling first down. So the Bulldogs within 5 here.
First and goal. Dyer's going to hand it off once again. That's Ashby. He's going to break through. That'll be the first score of the ball game. The Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs go up by 6 on the run. A touchdown run from Cade Ashby.
Yeah, same thing every time. We saw a few pass attempts from Dyer, but ultimately couldn't find anything there, so they just kept running the ball, and it kept working. Taylorville had a couple nice plays. They were able to stop him in the backfield, but overall, it just kept working. Ashby was huge there, and like you said, picking up the first score of the game, 6-0 here, and they will attempt the extra point.
Mahomet taking, if it's not broke, don't fix it approach to that first drive. Jackson Davis lining up for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 7-0. The Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs lead this game with 1 minute and 19 seconds left in this first quarter. Taylorville looking to get right back into this game. We'll take ourselves a quick 30. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
Coming to Chili Fest, and we look forward to serving all of you. We'll be selling apple donuts and cider for a low price.
Cut. Cindy, how many times do I have to tell you it's low, low price? How are people going to get excited for just one low? Let's try it again.
CEO is coming to Chili Fest, and we look forward to serving all of you. We'll be serving apple donuts and cider for a low, low price. Wait, what's my line again?
Okay, I think we're done here. Does anyone else want to try? What do we hurry up and yell?
I had 5 stars. You're just gonna have to come and see for yourself. We look forward to seeing you at Philly Chest.
Cut.
I thought I did good.
Letting the touchback go through there. Taylorville had a huge play to start out in the first quarter, bringing it a huge 40-ish yard run from, I believe, was that Owen Mateer?
Yes.
Yeah, so a huge run there, but after that one, couldn't pick anything else up. Tried to put the ball in the air a few times, did have a completion to Blake Ladage on a 3rd down conversion. That was big for them, but after that, couldn't get it, had to go for it on 4th and 12, and ended up turning it over on down. So we'll see what they choose to do here. So the offense comes back out. Looks like Mateer is out there. Blake Ladage as well. A lot of people on the line of scrimmage, only one wide receiver out to the far side.
And Taylorville's going to try to recreate that first drive as they are in the pretty much the exact same spot. Ball is snapped. It's going to be handed off. And not much moving for the Tornadoes on that first try. It'll be about a 2nd and 9 now, I'm sure.
Yeah, Bulldogs ate that one up, read it well off the snap. Brian Odom getting some instruction. We see Travis Burke out there again.
2nd and 10 on the Taylorville 20, 7-0. Mahomet leads it over the Taylorville Tornadoes. Wind still gusts here at Taylorville High School. Last minute of this first quarter, 50 seconds.
Yeah, rain has died off since earlier, but still, like you said, very windy.
Definitely affecting the play. 3 wide receivers to Baron Odom's left. He's right under center and is going to roll out to his left. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to try to run for the first down. Takes a couple of big hits. He's going to pop right back up. He gets pretty close to it, Anthony.
He got pretty close there. It was nice of him to see that hole there. Might have been able to cut back in and pick up a few more. They're still going to have 3 or 4 yards to pick up here, but a nice job to get out of that pocket. It can be difficult sometimes when you're drawing up a pass play to actually go for it because you never know what's going to happen, but it does pick up a few there.
After a 2nd and 10, now it's 3rd and 4 on the Taylorville 26. 5 seconds left. They're going to let the clock wind down in this first quarter. And there it goes. Mahomet-Seymour leading 7-0 over the Taylorville Tornadoes. They're going to regroup. So will we. We'll be right back here on WTIM, your information station.
think that could have been? Just missed completely wrong?
Tim, it's hard to say, but as a head coach, that's something that you don't want to see coming out of a time where you can get in a huddle with your team and draw it up. You hate to have to call a timeout when you have that free opportunity right there. So not exactly sure. Might have been a little bit of a positioning thing, but we'll have to see what they choose to do. Now they are throwing with the wind on their side, so we'll see if they put the ball in the air more or still choose to keep it on the ground. But 3rd and 4 here, so a big play for the Tornadoes team.
Absolutely saw something that he did not want to see. He had to completely drop something new. Tornadoes gonna head back out. The Bulldogs also get a little bit of time to regroup.
It's a conference matchup. These teams know each other a little bit. Still, though, getting used to in these conditions as well. It's going to be a little bit different, have to adapt in these situations.
2 wide receivers on the near side off to Baron Odom's right. Looks like he has Mateer to his near right as well. 1 wide receiver off to the far side. Now he's in motion. That's Ladage, ball snap. Baron Odom drops back, wants to throw it. He has a man that's going to be caught. Breaking through a couple of tackles and getting the first down. Beautiful run there.
That was a nice play. Could have had him short, but was able to make a nice move, spin out of it, and pick up the first down. Nice play call for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, looks like that's Spencer Brown. How about Spencer Brown with the nice reception and the nice carry, breaking a few tackles?
Yeah, Spencer Brown, haven't seen a ton of him this season, but when he goes out there and makes plays, it's nice to see. Looked like they had him maybe a little bit short, but like we said, we're just able to break that tackle, move through, and move the chains here. And the Tornadoes needed it. 1st and 10, Mahomet-Seymour on the, Taylorville 33. In the 2nd quarter of play, 30 seconds off the clock. Mahomet-Seymour 7, Taylorville 0. Baron Odom with 1 man behind, 2 wide receivers off to the near side. Handoff to the man right behind him and stopped at the line of scrimmage by that Bulldog defense. It looked like Noah Frank was in on that tackle, able to just eat it all up and read it perfectly. Stopped the Tornadoes, no gain on that play.
And not much working on that. I liked how comfortable Baron Odom looked rolling out and throwing that ball to Spencer Brown. Got to see a little bit more of that. Some of those, middle of the pack passes. You don't need to see any crazy, flashy throws. We saw some unbelievable plays in that Mount Zion game, and a nice Baron Odom to Clark Durbin connection in the deep corner of the end zone. I don't know if we're going to see any of that tonight.
We'll have to wait and find out. A lot of speed on this Tornadoes team. We'll see how they use it.
Baron Odom once again. He's going to keep it himself. Drops back, has a man near side. He's not able to make that. It was intended for Ethan Rusher.
Yeah, he had a Rusher open on the right side. Not sure how many yards he would have been able to pick up, but just let him a little too much. Odom usually a guy to connect on those passes. Not sure if he heard someone coming behind him or just thought Rusher was going to come going out. Sometimes the wide receivers trying to make something happen will continue out, stop, start, trying to break away from the defender, but just a misconnection right there.
Yeah, caught Rusher on the wrong part of his cut right there, and just kind of had him dead in the water. So on a 3rd and 11 on the Taylorville 32.
Spencer Brown coming back up for the Tornadoes. Got to go quick, 5 seconds on the snap.
Worked with Brown last time. Yeah, 3 seconds on the play clock. Need to get the snap off. And they will. Baron Odom dropping back. Running off to the near side. He's going to have to get rid of it. He will. Ball's almost picked off in the near side. Saying no there for the Bulldogs. That's Braden Garrett, the senior, 5'10". DB.
Odom had a few Bulldogs running him down quickly. Had to make a play quick, and like you said, it was almost picked off, but broken up right there.
Now on a 4th and 11, Taylorville forced to kick this one out of there. Looks like it might be Cash Forker dropping back to punt this off.
Do have the wind going with them now. See where this one lands. Mahomet has a couple men down in the backfield ready to return this one.
Yeah, who do we see back to receive that?
Looks like that might be Hammerschmidt. Number 4 potentially on the right. Cash Forker.
As said, this kick is going to go with the wind. Forker looking to get this one decent way down the field. It almost blocked. It's going to travel past the 50-yard line, takes a favorable bounce back to the middle of the field, and will end right at about the 20-yard line on Mahomet-Seymour. And that punt, at first, Anthony, it looked like we were going to see a blocked punt right there.
Yeah, there's a couple Bulldogs running in on him quickly. Looks like it could have been blocked, but Forker put it so high in the air they weren't able to get a finger on it. Took a favorable bounce for the Tornadoes, brings them back to about the 20, and we'll see what this Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs offense is going to cook up. Like we said, the running game was huge for them in the first quarter. We'll see how the defense for Taylorville adapts to that, if they can stop him here with a little over 10 minutes to go in the first half.
The Bulldogs opted to go with that running game, even throwing with the wind in that first drive. Now attacking upwind,
we're going to see maybe probably a similar attack. Bulldogs back to the line of scrimmage, and this ball is going to be moved forward, back towards the Mahomet-Seymour end.
Yeah, not sure if they just
15 yards at least.
I think I might have heard a personal foul call there maybe on somebody. Didn't see anything in particular, but like you said, moved up nonetheless.
So Lucas Dyer in the shotgun has two wide receivers off to the near side. Ball is snapped. Dyer's going to hand that off. Looks like that's Ashby. He's going to get swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Nice stand there by the Taylorville offensive line.
Yeah, good job that time. Ashby has been a huge weapon out there for the Bulldogs. So to be able to pull him down early, get some confidence back in you, that's what we like to see. And defensive coordinator, it looks like Coach Mateer over there is liking it as well.
Under 10 minutes here in the second quarter. Bulldogs 7, Tornadoes 0. Dyer back for the snap. Two wide receivers near side. Cade Ashby trails behind. He's going to hand it off once again. Ashby comes near us. He's going to be popped down after picking up about 6 yards on the carry.
Yeah, it's carries like that. Doesn't stand out to you at first, just picking up 6 yards, but a few of those and you got a first down. Yep. And a couple more, you keep doing that over and over, and you've picked up a lot of yards.
And Ashby's proven so far tonight that he's going to be able to get those 5, 6 yard runs. That can be so imperative. Back for the snap, it's Dyer. He's going to hand it off once again. They're going to go with what works. And he's going to be swallowed up at the line of scrimmage, just short of the first down. Bulldogs are going to have to make a decision now. 4th and maybe 1.
Looks like there is a flag on the play, Tim. We'll see who this one's on. Nice job nonetheless, Blake Ladage, like you said, getting in there. We'll have to see who this flag's on.
Saw some Taylorville dismay. And that is going to be, I saw a wave by the official.
Yeah, I think he's waving the flag off right there. After discussion, looks like maybe they saw something that they thought they saw apparently, but I've never seen that motion before, Tim, but if I'm correct, looks like they're waving the flag off.
Yeah, I think it's a good hypothesis on what that was.
That would make it 4th down here.
Okay, 4th and 1. Taylorville needing a strong stand right now on the 42-yard line of Mahomet-Seymour.
Gonna be looking for Ashby, obviously, been able to pick up a lot of yards tonight. Now,
more confusion.
Looks like the refs are talking again out there, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. A big moment in the game here.
Yeah, absolutely. 7-0, 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Taylorville would love to be on the board, perhaps tie this ball game before heading into half.
Bulldogs head coach John Adkins getting a little bit of clarification over there as well, and looks like we're good to go as the clock's reset.
Lucas Dyer has his instructions from head coach John Adkins, and here we go. 4th and 1, Taylorville needing to be strong now. Dyer's going to hand it off to Ashby. Ashby is going to find a lane. Forward progress might have gotten him there, but Taylorville has a great case for stopping that. Anthony, what'd you see?
It's super close. Taylorville thinks they stop it. Mahomet thinks they've got it.
Oof.
Looks like they're moving the chains. We'll have a good look here on the replay. Looks like he did just pick up enough with forward progress. Great stop for the Tornadoes, but do think I see a flag down here maybe on the near side, so see if they end up picking that up, if that is what I think.
It's gonna, looks like it's pushing them back, Anthony.
Yeah, looks like a flag over here. The crowd likes it, but a little bit more confusion, Tim, these last few minutes have been interesting to say the least. Coach Odom looks like he's trying to figure out exactly what's going on as well.
Nevertheless, shout out TommyTV for that quick replay. You guys are on it tonight. Anthony, Rebecca of TommyTV. I mean, what can you say about this broadcast? You guys have really picked it up here in these last few years. This is awesome.
Yeah, awesome. I have multiple camera angles to see exactly what's going on. Hello, everyone.
Oh,
yeah,
hi.
There we are. Looks like it will push them back. We'll see if it resets back to 4th down or not.
1st and 10 on the scoreboard. And officials kind of just standing around looking for someone to make a decision here.
Looks like everyone's just kind of looking at each other, wanting someone ultimately. It is that lead official in the white hat that gets the final say on it, but multiple out here, a lot of people to talk to. Looks like they will switch it back to 4th down. So Taylorville might have caught a huge break here. Yeah, as we hear them talking about the chain gang up here, they're kind of just moving all over the place on that Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs sideline.
They were quick to move for that first down right there.
They were very quick to move, but
got more movement
have to
now.
go back. A couple guys having to go forward. It's tough to say exactly what's going on here as everyone's just staring at them. They can probably feel the pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in their shoes right now, Anthony.
Yeah, absolutely. Have to talk to the officials, hear it from both sidelines, and now they will move the marker back to the right place. So it does look like it'll be fourth and about 10 yards. So a huge play here from the Tornadoes, but a big opportunity of a lot of yards to pick up, in this crowd is starting to hear it as well. Purple rain is showing out tonight despite the weather conditions.
What a swing that is. Looks like Mahomet's going to bring out the punt team.
Yeah, Tim going for
possibly
1st and 10 on about the 50.
They're gonna go for this, Anthony.
Okay, we'll see what
4th
happens there.
and 11 on the 38, on their own 38. Taylorville with a chance to make a big play right now. Lucas Dyer in the shotgun. Wide receivers off to his right and left. Oh, Taylorville defense jumping. No flag thrown.
Didn't call it. Looked like there wasn't enough movement.
Now the play is blown dead. 9 minutes, 1 second left on the clock. A timeout taken by the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs.
What a wild last few minutes we've had, Tim. Multiple flags, thrown a little bit of confusion. Looked like they were about to go for it right there, Tim, which would have been interesting. Like you said, a little bit of movement, but I just don't think it was enough to see anything right there.
I don't want to expose anyone right there. I do believe the movement came from Cade Beckmeyer, so that's a veteran on this Taylorville team, and he's lucky he didn't see the yellow flag fly.
Yeah, it was close.
Hey, stay tuned to the very end of tonight's broadcast when we announce the WTIM Tornado Player of the Game, sponsored exclusively by Nicole Patrick, your country financial agent in Taylorville. There's been another timeout taken by Taylorville tonight. It's not this one, but Taylorville Community Credit Union, the exclusive sponsor of the Taylorville Tornado timeouts, conveniently located in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org. Member NCUA. And with all Tornado touchdowns tonight, your locally owned Scooters Coffee in Taylorville is donating $10 for each one of those varsity football touchdowns in all varsity games. We're back to action now. 4th and 11. Mahomet-Seymour looking for a big advancement down the field now on their own 38. Ball snapped to Dyer. It's going to be handed off to Cade Ashby. Excuse me, no, that's on the near side. Fooled everybody on the field. Off to the near side and not close to the first down. Taylorville.
Big stop here. There is another flag on the play. Tim will have to see which way this one goes, but nonetheless, a big stop there from the Tornadoes. We'll see if it stays up.
I was completely fooled by that. Lucas Dyer keeps it himself and then pitches it off behind him.
Looks like that was Bryson.
Wow.
Oh, goodness here, Tim.
What number we got?
We got number 80. Typhenthaler?
We're gonna go with
him. Yeah, difficult run right there, but yeah, sophomore, 5'9", 150. Just pitched it out to him and picked up some, but not enough. It'll be a turnover on downs, and Taylorville will bring out the offense.
Bryson Typhenthaler.
Go with that.
And I respect the go at that pronunciation now. 1st and 10, Mahomet-Seymour. Oh, excuse me, Taylorville now on offense. Brought down right past the line of scrimmage. Will pick up about a yard. Baron with a quick handoff.
Yeah, that was Bo back on that tackle for the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. Picked it up right away, and the Tornadoes still not able to get a lot going on offense. Baron picking up some instruction now. Decent field position at the 45, Tim.
Absolutely. 2nd and 9 on the 44-yard line. On the Mahomet-Seymour end. Checking back into this game, that's Ethan Rusher. We've seen some different factors in this game. Spencer Brown, Ethan Rusher coming up big in some plays. They're going to need it. All hands on deck against this Mahomet-Seymour team. Ball snapped back. Baron Odom's going to be given off to Owen Mattier, and he's going to be dropped down after picking up about 3 more yards.
Looks like the Tornadoes are able to pick up more yards, and they already have that momentum going with them in the backfield, which can be risky, because when Mahomet picks that up, it could be a loss. But when they have that momentum going for them already going into that snap, it's been working so far for the Tornadoes. Still have a few yards here to pick up. We'll see what they do, but I believe that was Owen Mattier on that one.
3rd and 5 on the Mahomet-Seymour 40-yard line. 7 minutes, 40 seconds left in this second quarter. Mahomet-Seymour leads at 7-0, almost getting that Bulldog to jump off sides there.
That was a close one there.
Baron Odom under center. He's going to hand it off once again. Looks like that's Mattier.
Mateer, not much moving for him. Forward progress might have gotten him close to that first down marker. Might be working with a third and 1 or 2 there.
Yeah, I wanted to see a few more Tornadoes pushing him there on the backside after handing it off. If you guys were just kind of watching the play evolve, I think if a few more people get on the back there, they might be able to pick up a first.
Jacob McWard trying his best against 3 or 4 Bulldogs. You love that effort. You love seeing the extra guys running in, finishing the play.
Yeah, always sticking with it is key here. And a big 4th down coming up to pick up 2. See what the Tornadoes decide to go with.
Baron Odom throwing with the wind. He's right under center. Ball is snapped. He's going to keep it himself. Rolling off to the near side. It looks like he might have a man. He's going to keep it himself. Reaching for the first down. It looks like he might have gotten it, Anthony.
I think he just picked it up, stretching out there, trying to get it. Had Blake Ladage open there for a second, but thought he had a gap. Stretched out there with those long arms, and chain crew will move down. It's a first down for the Tornadoes.
Would have taken a perfect throw to hit. Who was that there? That was Blake Ladage in stride, and Baron already being flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get some offsides, getting some Bulldogs to jump there. Odom getting instruction.
Almost had another one. I thought a flag could have been thrown there. It's definitely close.
Now 1st and 10 on the Mahomet-Seymour 33. Baron Odom hands it off to Mateer. He's going to bounce off back to the center of the field. He's going to be taken down after picking up about 5.
And that was a hard tackle right there, Tim. You saw a couple Bulldogs really had all their momentum pulling him forward, and he was brought down hard. It's tough to be a running back against such a physical team like this. They're really going to knock you around, and that's why the Bulldogs, having success with that, have a couple out there that they can choose to go to, give guys breaks. Tornadoes don't have so much of a luxury.
They're going to make you feel it. They're going to make you think twice about running that ball through the center of the field. That's one thing you can count on with this Mahomet-Seymour team. They lead it 7-0. Just under 6 minutes in the second quarter. Ball is handed off. Once again, that's Mateer. He's pushing through, finds a bit of a hole. Able to break through, definitely a first down, and a little bit more for the running back, Mateer.
Yeah, nice handoff there, and what you saw was he went into his own guy almost, but instead of continuing to try and push forward through there, he maneuvered out to the side, found a gap, and was able to pick up a first down. That thinking on your feet for these Tornadoes has been huge this season.
Now, 1st and 10 now. Taylorville threatens on the Mahomet-Seymour 19. Plenty of time to work with. For the last 3 plays, Taylorville gets set, tries to draw some movement on the Bulldog end, and then grabs some signage from their near sideline.
Yeah, taking their time here, trying to come up with a good, drawn-out play. No need to rush. Still a lot of time left in this ball game, just over 5 minutes in the first half.
A few players behind Baron Odom. They're going to push forward. That little quarterback keep and push is always good for a few there, Anthony. Looks like they got it.
Yeah, always an interesting selection in a scenario like this where it's 1st and 10, but I mean, hey, if it works, it works. Looks like they pick up about 4 yards.
So. Looks like a play you'd see on like a 3rd and 1 or 2. Now all the Taylorville offense getting barked at from the sideline. Malik Pierce checks in.
Looks like the wind is still going out there, Tim.
Yeah.
Going heavily to the south, as you said, going with the Tornadoes right now. Looks like Ladage and Pierce out to the far side. Clark Durbin stays close.
Yep, 2 wide receivers on the far side. Ball is snapped to Baron Odom. He's going to hand it off. That's Owen Mateer. Stopping just before the line of scrimmage, had nowhere to go, and is brought down after picking up a couple.
Yeah, only able to get a few there on that one. Be interesting here, Tim. We saw in the first quarter the Tornadoes brought it into the red zone on 4th down, and it looks like it might have been manageable for a field goal. They chose to go for it. Still only 3rd right now, but we'll have to see what happens on this next play and how it affects it as the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs pulling a few guys off the field and getting set up here.
3rd and 5 now on the Mahomet-Seymour 14. Just under 4 minutes in the second quarter. Baron Odom trying to punch in this first score of the ball game. Timeout's going to be taken by the Taylorville Tornadoes. But Taylorville Community Credit Union, the exclusive sponsor of the Taylorville Tornado Timeout, is conveniently located in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org, member NCUA.
Yeah, Coach Odom, not sure if he saw something that he didn't like or just wanted to reassess, but a big spot here for the Tornadoes with an opportunity to put 6 on the board for themselves. Bulldogs leading 7-0 here towards the end of the second quarter.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Taylorville, when they do punch one in tonight, if they're going to opt to go for, go for 2, or they're going to try to punch one in through the uprights. That was the difference in that Mahomet-Seymour game. We saw a couple of botched plays in the red zone or going for that extra point.
Would you change anything on that end, Anthony? Any ideas?
I don't know. It's tough. We saw them practicing some field goals or extra points here earlier. They looked pretty solid, but still in the situation, in a game situation, it's a lot different when you have a bunch of linemen coming at you. So we'll see what Coach Odom thinks and what he saw in the practices that they've had this week. Interesting, nonetheless, like you said, a few botched two-point conversion attempts in that Mount Zion game might have an impact here tonight. Tornadoes typically able to run that play decently well. We've seen them be able to convert that 2 points in previous games like Richland and Robinson, but as of late, hasn't been working out great for them.
So Taylorville back to it. Baron Odom under center. Play will be blown dead once again, and a timeout will be taken by the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. We're going to take a quick 1-minute timeout with them. You are listening to Taylorville Tornado Football right here on WTIN, your information station. Finds a man, and that's the first Taylorville Tornadoes score of the night. Anthony, do we have eyes on that receiver?
Couldn't quite tell over there. Looks like it might have been Mateer or Yonker. Maybe even Pierce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was Malik Pierce. He's getting some high fives from the crew. A nice play there. Rolls out to his right and found him in the air. Looks like the Tornadoes will go for the kick, but a nice play there, and the Tornadoes able to secure some points. We'll get a look here. Baron Odom rolled out to his right. Found a man, or no, excuse me, it was not Malik Pierce. That was Owen Mateer.
Nice.
Who found that one.
And we were coming out of that break as quickly as we could, and Taylorville worked even faster. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. Looked decent from our angle there, but it had the strength. Looked like it had the act as well, but did not go through. Taylorville gets on the board, though. They trail the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs 7-6. Baron Odom very comfortable in the pocket once again. Quick pass, and a similar pass that we saw to Spencer Brown earlier in the first quarter. And Taylorville just happy to punch one in there in this first half of play.
Yeah, nice drawn-out play there. Baron Odom rolling to his right. He's good in those situations where he's moving his feet, and he has great eyes, able to find him there. Equally great effort for Owen Mateer. Had to break a couple tackles, dive into the corner of the end zone. He makes it work. Unfortunately, Taylorville did miss that extra point, as you said, and at the end of the game, we could see that come into play in close games, what we saw in Mount Zion.
Mateer.
Have to see how that affects it here tonight.
Absolutely. Mateer found the pile on there. Cannot talk enough about the tackles he broke and the fight he fought to get to the end zone. So unbelievable turn there. And Taylorville, like we've been saying, they're happy to get on the board, make this game close for heading into half, and we're quickly learning this Mahomet-Seymour team very beatable for the Taylorville Tornadoes.
Absolutely, and Mahomet, I mean, you're coming off a game that you just won 56-3, so to be able to hold them off only one score as we're winding down this first half is huge for the Tornadoes. We're wondering what's going on through Lucas Dyer's head. He got a big break right there, so we'll see what they come out with here, but Taylorville doing a great job holding them to only 7 so far. We'll see what happens on this next drive as we wind down the second half.
Taylorville's kick is off, and it will be received and will roll through the back of the end zone there. Once again, definitely kicking with the wind, Taylorville, trying to take as much advantage of that as possible. You bring up some good points there, Anthony, and Lucas Dyer and this Mahomet-Seymour team. They're used to scoring a lot of points. Can you bring up their schedule one more time? Because, of course, that big win over Charleston, but even in their losses, they've come up big.
Yeah, even in their losses, like you said, their first game against Morton, they scored 69. Wow. And their loss week 2 was a super exciting game, went into double overtime, lost that game 42-41, but still putting up points. They lost against Sycamore 21-13, but last week was the huge one, beat Charleston by 53 points. So like you said, used to scoring a lot. The Tornadoes, though, their defense doing a good job keeping it to 7 so far.
Now in this Apollo Conference matchup, Lucas Dyer hands it off Cade Ashby. He's going to pick up about 5 yards there in that first play with under
4 minutes in the second quarter.
And Tim, it could be a combination of not throwing it. When you throw it far, you can pick up a lot of passes, a lot of yards, and able to score rather quickly. But now you're keeping the ball on the ground and picking up first downs, but at a much slower rate.
Ball is snapped, and play was pretty much dead at the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, nothing really to pick up there, and Taylorville doing a good job so far. Still over 3 minutes, so if you see a turnover in this situation, you know, we'll have to see what happens, but still a lot of time to score for either side.
3rd and 4 now on the Mahomet-Seymour 26. They're looking to regroup. A quick huddle behind the ball.
You're gonna let this play clock wind down a little bit. Try to make something happen here within the final 3 minutes of the first half.
Ball snapped quickly to Dyer. He hands it off to his left side. That's Ashby. He's going to try to pick up a few. I don't think he's going to have enough for the first down.
I don't think so either. They're still pushing. Finally, the officials blow it dead. Looks like the Tornadoes think they stopped him. I think so too, Tim.
They're going to need to get one more stop here on a 4th and 1. Push up to the 29-yard line. Cade Ashby, that go-to rusher for this Bulldog team. He's tough to take down, but Taylorville has been minimizing the production from him.
Yeah, tough to take down, like you said, but going for the legs, eliminating his weapons there has been key. And like you said, we've seen it all night, 4th and 1 situation. Ball's probably going to him again. We've seen a few pass attempts for the Bulldogs, but been incomplete. They'll line up quickly here.
As soon as you get comfortable guarding Ashby, he might surprise you as he breaks through that time. He's going to get the first down and more, working his way out to the near side past the 40-yard line, still on the Mahomet-Seymour end, but as said, picked up that first down on a 4th and 1, and a nice try there from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, nice play there, but we saw the Tornadoes trying to go for the upper body there, just something that wasn't really working. He had a spin move. It took 3 of them to bring him down.
Now the Bulldogs moving quickly, firing through the line there. Looks like that's Brock Vanderveer, senior, 5'11", 210 pounds, pushing through. Try it once again. Just a bull rushing offensive strategy from this Mahomet-Seymour team.
They're lining up super quick here. Trying to make it go. Minute 30 left.
Mahomet-Seymour 7, Taylorville 6, with a minute and 20 left in this first half. Lucas Dyer grabs some instructions from his sideline and sprints back out. He's in the shotgun. Excuse me, right under center. Got 2 men behind, 3 men behind. He's going to hand it off once again, pushing through past the first down and more on a 3rd and 2 run. And that'll move the chains.
It looked like that one was to Vanderveer that time for Mahomet. Another weapon on this team. Have him circled, the 5'11" senior. This doesn't linebacker, but very clear that he can make some plays as well.
As soon as you got comfortable with Ashby, they're moving it off to Vanderveer. And rolling off to his right is Lucas Dyer. He's going to keep it himself. Picked up quite a few yards there, close to the first down. Pops back up.
Yeah, looks like he got close. Might have been just a little bit short. Another weapon there. He finds that hole, and Dyer able to use his legs, pick up some yards here, give him a shot. The clock winding down, just under 30 seconds.
30 seconds now. Dyer dropping back, looking to make a pass. Quick throw to the near side. That's Gavin Hammerschmidt. Hammerschmidt able to break a tackle, pushing through, gets the first down. It stops the clock at 19 seconds.
Hammerschmidt pulled that one through.
1st and 10 now on the Taylorville 30.
Able to bring a couple tackles there. They will have to get the clock going again, though. He was inbounds, but now it looks like the Bulldogs will call their timeout, try and get a couple plays timed out with 15 seconds left to go.
Yeah, Mahomet-Seymour looking to extend their lead as they move into the half, and Taylorville looking to keep this game as close as possible.
And the Tornadoes have been doing a good job on this drive relatively with their defense, but still, Bulldogs able to move down the field rather quickly, have a few opportunities, but we haven't seen them get much going off the pass game. We saw one right there. That was to Hammerschmidt. We'll see what they have to do. They might have to go with a throw into the wind here as 15 seconds remaining, not a lot of time to run it.
It's been hard to know what to expect out of all Apollo Conference teams this year after the showing against Mount Zion, where we thought that was going to be a way tougher game for the Tornadoes. They were right in it the entire time. And another matchup right here that I thought was going to be quite a test for this Tornado offense and defense. They're hanging right with Mahomet-Seymour, and this Mahomet-Seymour team, like we've been saying, used to winning by large margins.
Got to work to the sideline if you're Mahomet. Get out of bounds, stop that clock.
A couple more seconds thrown up on the clock, 17 left as Mahomet-Seymour leads by 1 in this second quarter. Lucas Dyer in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. He's going to roll quickly out to his right. He needs a man. He's going to let it fly, and he has a man right past the first down, and he's going to get out of bounds. And very smart and quick throw there by Lucas Dyer.
Yeah, that was well executed. Did take about 7 seconds off the clock. Might have wanted a connection a little bit quicker, but we're just standing there right on the sidelines. Doesn't try to do anything fancy. Gets out of bounds and gives them another opportunity as they move close to the red zone here.
And Dyer looking comfortable to throw now, throwing into the wind as they're on the Taylorville 16, 1st and 10, 10 seconds left in the first half. Some Taylorville players almost jumping there. No flags. Dyer now shouting instructions off to his left. He gets the snap, drops back, throws it, passes complete and into the end zone. Large hit, but he is going to be in for the score. Touchdown, Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. They go up 13-6 with 5 seconds left in that second quarter, and another beautifully thrown pass by Lucas Dyer there. Really one spot to throw that ball, Anthony.
Yeah, one spot to throw, like you said. Tornadoes had a safety coming over, but just couldn't get there in time. Saw his man, and yeah, was just open, like you said. That was Mahomet-Seymour, who we haven't seen a ton of this game, but catches it when it counts, gives the Bulldogs 13 points on the board now.
Maddox Havera doing all he can to try to break up that pass and laid a nice hit on that Bulldog, but as said, 13-6, and Mahomet-Seymour extends that lead as they move into half. Here comes the extra point. It is up, and it is through the uprights, 14-6. Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs lead it.
Yeah, Jackson Davis knocks it through there for the extra point, and we're really hoping that the Tornadoes could put a stop there with just a little bit of time left in the first half, but ultimately not able to do it. Still not a bad position for the Tornadoes, certainly not a game that is deemed over with a second half coming up, but a little bit unfortunate. We'll see as the teams start to head over towards the halftime tunnel. Still, though, 5 seconds to play here.
Bit of a gut punch there late in the second quarter. Taylorville doing all they can to keep that touchdown from happening, and they were inches away from breaking up that pass, Anthony, and running out of time in this quarter. Looks like we will get out for one last play here. See if Taylorville can put a charge into this Taylorville crowd.
Yeah, Tim, and this is a spot where if you do score again, not necessarily in this half, but if you keep the score the same and if you're the Tornadoes and able to put it on, now you need that 2-point conversion, which is where it really comes into play. The extra point for Taylorville on our side was close, just weren't able to knock it through, but so far Jackson Davis has been perfect in both his attempts.
Yeah, and we knew that coming into this ball game. Listed as a kicker, was performing well during warm-ups, knew we were going to see him connect. 5 seconds on the clock. That's going to be on the kick. Jackson Davis, there it goes. And into the wind, of course. So it's going to be very short. Ball is going to land and stop dead at the 40-yard line. A lot of commotion. Might have thought that it hit off a Taylorville player.
Yeah, Mahomet looked like they thought they might have had it over there. A little squib kick, not what we're used to seeing from Davis over there. We'll see where they put this one with 5 seconds remaining on the clock, and yes, the kick was recovered, for the Bulldogs. Just tough there to see for the Tornadoes.
So it did hit off a Tornado on the kickoff. The ball was blown to the almost the 50-yard line.
Was an interesting kick, like you said, just went kind of straight up in the air about 15 yards and bounced right back into the hands of the Bulldogs.
So with 5 seconds on the clock, the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs have about a play to work with. All Taylorville defense dropped back, safely protecting that end zone. Mahomet-Seymour in the Taylorville 41 on the 1st and 10. Here comes the snap to Lucas Dyer. He's going to drop back after the fake handoff. Has plenty of time to work with. Lets that one fly. It's going to be picked off by the Tornadoes. We're going to have a chance to see a run here. Coming up the field strong now. That's Owen Yonker. There's a flag on the field. Yonker able to break some tackles and take it all the way to the Mahomet-Seymour 40. Unbelievable interception and run up the field for the Tornadoes, and a little bit of excitement as we go into the half, Anthony.
Yeah, huge run there. A nice job, able to read that ball coming out of it. Looked like Dyer gave it all he had, but there's a flag on the play. We'll have to see what happens here.
Taylorville coaching staff calling back the athletes as they were moving in to the tunnel, as you were talking about. It looks like we're going to see one more play, Anthony.
Yeah, the big penalty that you see in this situation typically is holding. A lot of times when you're trying to give a block and you have your special teams unit out there, it can be tough, especially against Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs, and we'll see what happens. No.
And it looks like we will go into the half from that. So we have some little extra conversation. After the nice run from Owen Yonker, that bodes well for this Taylorville defense. They're going to try to force that throw from Lucas Dyer a little bit more. The secondaries are looking great for the Tornadoes, and they always do. But stopping that run is going to be imperative for the rest of this game. Kate Ashby looking very strong. Brock Vanderveer, that senior, a lot of great experience for this Mahomet-Seymour Bulldog team, and it's showing. Anthony, what else do we need to see out of the Tornadoes in this second half?
Yeah, like you said, a big thing is stopping that run, which they have been doing decent at, but ultimately it's been those short pickups of 5 or 6 yards that are doing it, slowly moving down the field. But Taylorville doing a nice job so far on defense, holding this Mahomet-Seymour Bulldog to 14 points. Looked like it would have been 7, but a late score in the second half puts them up 14. So we'll see how the offense is doing. I've been liking Tim seeing Baron Odom connecting on a few of those passes. Yeah. We saw the pass for a touchdown earlier in the second quarter, so we'll see if they tend to use that. But the wind looks like it's not going anywhere. So we'll see how that affects the players as we go into halftime here.
Baron Odom to Owen Mateer for that first touchdown of the ball game, and we've seen some really promising things out of this Taylorville offense. Just going to need to see a little bit more connection in that second half to pull out a win. Mahomet-Seymour 14, Taylorville Tornadoes 6. There's 15 minutes up on the clock for this half. Let's go ahead and read some of our great sponsors. This season's coin toss was won. Today's was won by Mahomet-Seymour, but it's sponsored exclusively by your Taylorville McDonald's, where I'm loving it, and they love the Tornadoes. Stay tuned to the very end of tonight's broadcast when we announce the WTIM Tornado Player of the Game, sponsored exclusively by Nicole Patrick.
Percussion assistant to the Chiefs band is Mr. Darren Holthouse. The marching Tornado Band is led on the field by drum major Lydia Hopkins. The Tornado Marching Band will perform their 24-25 field show titled Fire and Ice. This show explores the rigid separation between the science and mysticism of these two simple elements
and evokes the world of ice caves and polar mysteries. Drum Major Lydia Hopkins, is your band ready? Tornado Marching Band, the field is yours. Now taking the field, your THS dance team, along with their dance coach of the day, Brexley Edwards.
Knocking at the door, it's about that time. Come on. Can you feel it like a supersonic wave into the core, coming at you like? We've been dancing everywhere we go, shouting loud with the crowd, everybody knows. Hey, we've been dancing everywhere we go.
Did what?
Celebrate together now, hey, yeah. Celebrate together now.
Y'all ready for this?
Gonna celebrate. Come on, everybody now. We're gonna celebrate. Everybody gather round. We're about to elevate. Getting up and getting down. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate together now. Celebrate together now. Celebrate together now.
Please stand and join the cheerleaders, dance team, and band in the performing the Taylorville High School fight song, Go Tornadoes. please get out your 50-50 tickets, and I will announce the winner in about 1 minute.
CEO is coming to Chili Fest, and we look forward to serving all of you. We'll be selling apple donuts and cider for a low price.
Cut. Cindy, how many times do I have to tell you it's low, low price? How are people going to get excited for just one low? Let's try it again.
CEO is coming to Chili Fest, and we look forward to serving all of you. We'll be serving apple donuts and cider for a low, low price. Wait, what's my line again?
Okay, I think we're done here. Does anyone else want to try? What, do we hurry up and yell?
I had 5 stars.
You're just gonna have to come and see for yourself.
We look forward to seeing you at Philly Chest.
Cut.
I thought I did good.
Foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Match that energy and capitalize on any mistakes that they make as they go into the second half.
Absolutely. Taylorville 1-3 on the season, 0-1 in Apollo Conference play after the Mount Zion loss last week. Mahomet-Seymour 2-2, and it's an interesting 2-2 for Mahomet-Seymour, 1-0 in Apollo Conference play, and all these games so imperative for Taylorville to be on the winning side of things to have any shot at playoffs. Now, at this point in the season, 1-3, 0-1 in Apollo. You're looking at individual growth. You're looking at a team building itself up to what they can be, because it's definitely improvements of what we've seen last year out of this team. We were seeing a maturing quarterback in Baron Odom and his weapons to his right and left and his receivers. Great defense that Taylorville's been able to showcase this year against teams that score a lot of points. We're not talking enough about Taylorville defense, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, and we saw it last week as well with Mount Zion, a team that is known to be good, that puts up a lot of points, especially against Taylorville, but they held them to only 2 touchdowns last time and put up 12 themselves. It all came down to the extra points in that game ultimately, but still kept up with them very well, and so far keeping up well with this Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs team. We know that they're going to come out with aggression. We know that they're going to come out with some fire out of the second half, and we got to do the same, and that's something that Taylorville is good at. They are staying on their feet, keeping their hopes up, and like you said, working on that individual improvement. We see guys like Owen Mateer, who's still a junior, Blake Ladich, who I believe is he a sophomore this year?
Yeah, I think he is a sophomore. Yep, he is.
Yeah, sophomore this year, so you're looking at getting those guys touching the ball a little bit. Like you said, Baron Odom, a lot of maturity, been playing now for a few years, getting that under his belt, being confident and comfortable in the pocket. That's something that we saw a little bit. It's taking his time to find his guys, get them open, and secure passes.
Taylorville will be at home next Friday as well. Effingham, back-to-back home stands for the Taylorville Tornadoes. Like to see that. It's a good Effingham team. It'll be another great showcase. Then away against Mattoon the week following, and another away game against Charleston. So a lot of Apollo Conference play coming down the way now. Taylorville sets up to kick to get this second half started. Mahomet-Seymour 14, Taylorville 6. Last week we had Mayor Bruce Berry on for the halftime show. We had some great words from him, and he always likes to remind us to tell the score, Anthony. We don't say the score enough.
Absolutely.
Got to get that out there, especially for the radio listeners. They don't have the TommyTV privileges.
Yep, try to keep everyone updated as they set up the kick here on the 40-yard line. Mahomet has a few people back there.
12 minutes on the clock.
Tim, they have that place down there so that the football stays there, but with this wind, it's just impossible. So they have that marker down and someone else holding the ball.
Ball holder for the kickoff. Don't see it too often. That one will drop right about the 20-yard line. Picked up by the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. And we have a run started here. He's going to break through a few, get about to the 30, and push down by the Tornado defense. So that's a decent little run there from the Bulldogs coming out of the half.
Yeah, broke a few tackles there. It took 2 or 3 men to bring him down for the Tornadoes. Having that strong base, being able to work through it. We saw a couple people get to him early, but somehow just stayed on his feet, bouncing off a few of his own players. Picking up a lot of yards there.
So Mahomet-Seymour will have it at their own 31-yard line.
Baron Odom bouncing on the sidelines a little bit, eager to get back out there, looks like.
Now Lucas Dyer in the shotgun. 2 men, one man to his right, 1 man to his left. Looks like this one will be on the ground. Man in motion now. Ball be handed right off. The Bulldogs going to hit the outside, make the turn. That's Gavin Hammerschmidt. He'll be taken down before the first down marker, probably a pickup of 5.
Yeah, Hammerschmidt didn't see too much early in the first quarter, but in the second quarter started to get a little bit more action. Picks up a few there. Bulldogs so far sticking with their strategy of keeping it on the ground.
There is a flag on the field, and Lucas Dyer is backing up himself already. It's going to be a hold on Mahomet-Seymour. So already a good break for the Tornadoes. Only 20 seconds gone in this third quarter.
Yeah, Lucas Dyer knew it. Tim going back to capitalizing on those mistakes. Here's one right now. See if the Tornadoes are able to capitalize on that. I've been playing pretty solid defense so far. Just got to keep it up and make them pay for this one.
And on a 1st and 20 on the Mahomet-Seymour 22-yard line. You got a little 3 and out for the Tornado defense. Great way to start a quarter. I keep getting surprised with this camera going on us.
Looking up there, yeah, new TommyTV camera up here in the press box. So hello to all the people watching on TommyTV or listening on the radio. Thank you for tuning in.
Absolutely. Ball pitched off to the near side. Finds a hole, breaks through, not to the first down marker, but a great pickup there for the Bulldogs on the 1st and 20. Clock continues to wind.
Yeah, nice pickup right there. Dyer just a little flip off to his left. And again, like you said, Ashby, big target for the Bulldogs.
Sharing the ball well is Lucas Dyer. We've been seeing quite a few different running backs. Guys stepping in for running back. Lucas Dyer rolling way off to his right. Long throw, not for the first down. It looks like he's going to remain in bounds. A very nice throw, very nice catch. I think he might have got his toes on the inbounds there.
Yeah, we hear about the toe tap a lot.
Yeah.
High school, different from the NFL, only have to have 1 foot in bounds, just like college. Looked like he was just able to keep it in. A bullet of a pass from Lucas Dyer there. Has a lot of power behind that arm. We haven't seen a ton of it yet, but showed it off right there.
Great gain, 3rd and 3 now for the Bulldogs on their own 39. Ball's handed off. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. A big hit. Both teams pushing back and forth. It won't be enough for a first down.
That is a big stop right there for the Tornadoes. They needed that, and they were like a brick wall right there with that defensive line. A lot of guys right there. Liam Pyatt looks like was in there for that one. Now a big 4th down here, Tim. Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs have converted on a lot of these 4th downs, but in a place where you need it, Baron Odom, Malik Pierce watching from the sidelines.
I think Lucas Dyer is, he's going to hand that one off. It's going to be enough for a first down and more. Bulldogs push right through that 4th and 2, and thought Taylorville was going to have a nice stand there, Anthony. What went wrong?
Yeah, it's tough. Looks like they might have been watching for something going through the outside, and the O-line just gave him too big of a hole. Guys went down too early and just ultimately couldn't pick that one up.
Just a strong run, and Mahomet-Seymour has it when they need it. They've been doing it all game long. Now, at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10, new set of downs for Lucas Dyer. He hands it right off. Looks like that's Hammerschmidt. He's going to work his way near the inside. Not too much of a gain there, probably a loss. The Taylorville Tornadoes swallow him up in the backfield.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Every time that Hammerschmidt gets that handoff, we see him break very quickly to one side and then come back. Kind of can expect it now at this point, but trying to work out towards the sideline.
Nice tackle there. Was that?
Yeah, that one was Landon Patterson. Seeing him have a few nice tackles tonight.
Now on the near side hash. Lucas Dyer in the shotgun. Gets the snap, hands it off. Swallowed up in the backfield once again. Taylorville defense hounding him to the ground. And another great loss. And Taylorville
after giving up that 4th and 2 with a little bit more fire now. 3rd and 13 on their own on the Mahomet-Seymour 45.
Yeah, Cade Beckmeyer was all over that one, broke right through it. And once he had a hold on him, Tim, he was not letting him go. A few other guys jumped in on there. That's something that you'd love to see if you're the Tornadoes head coach. Now, a big 3rd down, cannot let up on it.
3rd and 13, just under 9 minutes now in this 3rd quarter. 14-6, Mahomet-Seymour leads. Ball is snapped. Lucas Dyer rolling way out to his right, trying to find a man. He has one. Quick pass right to the line of scrimmage now. The 1st down marker just ahead of him. He's going to push through. A big gain there as they were working with a 3rd and 13. They definitely, I think they might have picked up 10 there.
And Tim, we've seen the situation a lot. Gets him to 3rd down and long. He's able to pick up a bunch of yards there. Went way back. Eventually found his receiver.
Dyer's so quick in the pocket there. He's able to. You understand why he's able to pick up yards when he needs them. But when he wants to create space, he can do that and find his receivers. Now, 4th down and 4 on the 46-yard line of Taylorville. It's going to be handed off once again. Taylorville needs a big stop. It looks like forward progress is going to be pushed through to the 1st down. Just so much strength at the Mahomet-Seymour side, and they get it, and they're fired up, Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, they had him originally for sure, Tim, but like you said, a lot of guys right there, and that all comes down to just pushing behind him. Yeah, they definitely had him at first as we take a look at the replay, but a few guys got in there, just kept working the legs, kept them moving. Ultimately, they're able to pick up that 1st down again, Tim, in another big spot.
Brock Vanderveer on the carry that time. And the weapons just keep changing. It's hard to know who to focus on for the Taylorville defense. Cade Ashby, Brock Vanderveer, Gavin Hammerschmidt. Lucas Dyer collecting his team. Now they all set up. One wide receiver on the near side. Ball is handed off once again. Looks like that's Ashby. He's going to find a hole and break through to the 1st down, and he's pulled down right at about the Taylorville 28.
Yeah, Tim, just another thing that we see there. It looks like he was trying to tackle him up on the upper body towards the shoulders, and that just hasn't been working about him. Got to get down, got to get those legs and tangle him up. Otherwise, it's going to take 2 or 3 men to bring down that guy because he is very strong. Cade Ashby, we've been talking about him a lot.
Now we have a Bulldog down on the field.
Can't quite tell who that is out there.
We're going to give him a moment. Mahomet-Seymour 14, Taylorville 6. We're going to go get sent off to break there, but looks like he will be up and all right, leaving the field on his own 2 feet. Who was that, Anthony?
Looks like that was lineman Philip Daniels out there, the 6'1 junior. Nice to see him get up and be okay and make it off to the sideline, though.
Kind of got tied up in the mess of things right there. Awkward fall. Good to see him back up on his feet. Taylorville after the huddle on the near side. They're ready to try to get another stop here. 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line of Taylorville. Once again, Mahomet-Seymour threatening, and this is where you see that pass that gets them even closer to the end zone, or they're even going to throw it into the end zone. Lucas Dyer dangerous from this amount of space. Dyer now in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers on the near side. Now a man in motion. That's Hammerschmidt. Ball is handed off and right into the center. Not too much working for him there, maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, Tim, and some Tornadoes players wanted a flag on that one. Not sure if they were looking for a hold off of one of the linemen. But, yeah, it looked like he just kind of pulled him to the ground. Could have definitely been a flag on that one, I believe.
7 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Mahomet-Seymour 14, Taylorville 6. Lucas Dyer and his Bulldogs on the Taylorville 26 on a 2nd and 8. Dyer in the shotgun. Ball is snapped, handed off. Looks like that's Hammerschmidt. He's going to bounce off to the far side and pulled down after a gain of 3.
And broke the 1st tackle in there, made it a few more until he was eventually tripped up on the right-hand side. Getting some new names out here, Tim.
Wow.
1st half, it was mostly Ashby. Saw a little bit of Trey Peters, but we've seen Vanderveer get in here. Dyer's been running a few times himself, but Hammerschmidt as well. That previous one was Wade Manuel.
Now Dyer receives it in the shotgun, hands it off to Ashby. He's taken down pretty quickly on the 3rd and 6. Not enough for the 1st down. Taylorville once again with an opportunity to get their defense off the field, and Mahomet-Seymour is in field goal range.
see what they opt to do on the 4th and 4. They're going to go for it, Anthony. They've been successful all game. Why not?
I mean, yeah, why not go for it? They, like you said, been successful with it all game. It's just another situation where Taylorville hasn't been able to put up the stop. We've seen them go up the middle a lot of times here in this situation, so definitely going to be looking for that. But like you said, when you look at a guy like Lucas Dyer, has so much diversity to his game, able to throw it, able to run it himself, so got to have all aspects covered here. Taylorville's done a decent job of that tonight, but in a moment where it matters, we'll see what happens.
Under 6 minutes now, and a timeout is called for Mahomet-Seymour. 4th and 4, 22-yard line for Mahomet-Seymour. So dangerous from this side, but you heard the Taylorville faithful getting active right there, stomping their feet on the bleachers. They can feel it. They can feel this defense getting ready to make a big stop.
Yeah, and there's an energy to this game, Tim. Mahomet-Seymour, a very good team, like we said, won by more than 50 last week. So for the Tornadoes to come out here and keep them to 14, keep this game within 8 right now, I mean, the fans are feeling it, Purple Rains here, and it's just a great vibe here. They want to make a stop every time in these close situations. They're not going anywhere.
It makes you wonder what it was in that game against Charleston, because, when Taylorville goes and plays against Charleston and here in a couple of weeks, it's going to be a whole different game than what we imagined it would be after seeing this score through 2 full quarters of play, 14-6. Taylorville proving that they can play with any team in the Apollo Conference for sure.
Absolutely, and a big play coming up right here. Got to make a stop. Both teams coming out of a timeout. They're ready to go.
4th down, 4 yards to get, and a timeout called by Taylorville.
Seen it a lot, Tim. One team calling a timeout, the other one seeing something that they don't like in the formation, and a big spot right here. You can understand why Coach Odom would call one. Trying to get something going here, starting to wind down this third quarter. Still have over 5 minutes.
Taylorville Community Credit Union is the exclusive sponsor of the Taylorville Tornado Timeouts, conveniently located in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org. Member NCUA.
See Mahomet-Seymour rocking their white away uniforms tonight with the orange numbers. See a lot of orange in those stands over there making that commute. Taylorville, purple unis, gold numbers.
I forget that Mahomet-Seymour is predominantly orange. They have all orange uniforms. I think of them as being more blue for some reason. Yeah. There's blue in there, but they really go with the orange.
They definitely lean towards the orange.
Yeah. I do like the Taylorville's purple on purple. It competes with the white on purple, though. I do like their away jerseys. Those can work just as well. We're back to business now on the 4th and 4. On the Taylorville 22, Mahomet-Seymour looking to pick up the first down as they have been all game. Taylorville looking to make a stand. Here we go. Lucas Dyer hands it off. That's going to be the first down and more. Pushing closer into the end zone, brought down within the 5, and not the stand Taylorville needed on defense there, Anthony. When Mahomet-Seymour needs it, they get it, and they just do it. They'll just push it right through the line.
Yeah, it's so fascinating. Sometimes Taylorville can come away with big stops on 2nd and 3rd down, but when it comes to 4th down, there's just something about it. No one can wrap him up. Gains a lot of yards, brings it within the 5, and now Mahomet-Seymour again threatening.
Well-drawn play there. It was Vanderveer once again. And whether it's Cade Ashby or Vanderveer, they'll go off to the right, to the left. They're finding their windows, pushing through every time. So now on the Taylorville 4th yard line, first down, 3 to get. Ball is handed off. Not much moving for him there.
Yeah, didn't get it. Might have picked up 1. Still 1st and goal here.
Under 5 minutes now, 1st and goal for Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. And as we've been saying, Anthony, they can get to a 4th and goal right now, but it seems like the Bulldogs can just pull out any play at any given time and get those yards that they need.
Absolutely, yeah. Like seeing that on 4th down is just something that we haven't seen from Taylorville Tornadoes. They, like you said, when it's 1st and goal within 4 yards, they're able to put a stop on him. But something about that 4th down. We'll see what happens here though on 2nd and a couple.
And it's going to be handed off and punched into the end zone by the Bulldogs. They'll go up even further against this Taylorville Tornado team. I believe it was Cade Ashby making it 20-6. Taylorville trails Mahomet-Seymour.
Yeah, big push right there. And this Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs team is just so strong, able to push through a few guys there, pick up some more. We'll see what happens here. It looks like they might be going for 2. And nope, now they will back up. And again, they will bring out their kicker, Jackson Davis.
Davis lines up the kick. Ball is snapped. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights and good. 21-6, Mahomet-Seymour goes ahead after some nice defensive work by the Tornadoes. Just great breaks for the Bulldogs and some well-placed timeouts. Make this game 21-6, 4 minutes and 23 seconds left on the clock. Taylorville needing to answer on offense here in this third quarter. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. We'll be right back. What are you smelling? Continued. Looks like Taylorville might have touched that ball, and we'll see who comes up with it.
And a similar play as the last kickoff that we saw, kind of a squib in the air. I don't think it's intentional. Maybe it is. Just kind of floats up and rolls back. Looks like Taylorville did recover this time. We'll have to make sure.
Almost the second unintentional, almost onside kick he's trying to execute right there as the ball just hangs up in the air. You can see that ball just stop dead. You can't kick that thing for more than 20, 30 yards if you're kicking it to the north.
I mean, it's perfect placement because you got a bunch of guys there. You don't know which way it's going to bounce, so you have an opportunity to secure it. Taylorville did recover it, though, has good field positioning here at about the 46. We'll see what Baron Odom and his team can do.
Yeah, Baron Odom and company back out on the gridiron. Here we go. 21-6, Mahomet-Seymour leads it after another touchdown in that last drive. Trying to push through his own Mateer. He'll be pulled down after a gain about 2.
Mateer picking up a couple. Haven't had anything huge in that run game since that very first play of the game, team, where we saw Mateer take it back 30, 40 yards. But since then, Mahomet has figured out their mistake and been able to put a stop to the run game for the most part, as Blake Laddage will come in.
Yeah, that's the biggest advance on the field we've seen all game, and it was the very first play of the game. Owen Mateer just punched right through the line and brought it all the way into the Mahomet-Seymour 30-yard line, and they were just not able to execute on that one. Be a completely different ball game if they had. So now on the 2nd and 8 on the Taylorville 48-yard line, Baron Odom in the shotgun, gets the snap, hands it right back to Mateer, and he's swallowed up just back to about the line of scrimmage.
And we've seen similar defensive plays for Taylorville, but the difference is that for some reason on 4th down, Mahomet can always convert. This one, Mateer ran right into one of Mahomet's players. A couple of them were there to wrap him up and ultimately not able to gain much. Big 3rd down.
3rd and 8, and Mahomet-Seymour with a 3 and out here would be exactly what they want to see, but Taylorville not too much time on offense in this 3rd quarter. They're looking to keep this possession for yet another drive. Here we go, Baron Odom in the shotgun now. Let's see if they change up this play call any differently. 2 wide receivers off to either side. Baron Odom now lets it go, and a beautiful catch by Clark Durbin. My goodness, pulls it down inbounds for the 1st down and a little bit more, but he was fighting contact that entire time, Anthony.
Man, that was impressive, Tim. He had a guy on him, and we'll take a look at the replay here. Wow. He was getting all sorts of wrapped up. Was able to free the arms. Baron Odom putting it in a perfect spot for him to come back to. And man, just now standing play, able to stay in bounds.
Great play by Clark Durbin there, and a nice throw by Baron Odom. He's going to try to get some movement on the Bulldog end, now picking up some instruction from his sideline. 1st and 10 on the Mahomet 41-yard line. Right under center is Odom. He's going to take it. He's going to push through. Good for about a gain of 3 there.
I'd keep throwing it, Tim.
Yeah. Agreed. Clark Durbin with a very convincing catch. Proving he can go up against just about any cornerback out there.
You said it. Maybe the run game will break open a little bit more for the Tornadoes, but I don't know how he made that catch. Absolutely incredible.
Right when they needed it too. The wind continues to gust here, as we can even hear it coming through the opening in this in this broadcast booth.
Looks like Taylorville was able to pull them off sides here.
Great. Looked away for one moment and got moving on the Bulldog end. Exactly what the Tornadoes have been trying to do. They get set up. Baron Odom maybe barks a few calls there, trying to get him to jump, and he got to be successful that time. So 2nd and 2 now on the Mahomet 33-yard line. Taylorville showing signs of life late in this third quarter. 2 minutes, 21 seconds left. 21-6, Mahomet leads.
Yeah, and this Mahomet-Seymour defense has been pretty good, but the hard count from Odom that time just got him to jump a little bit, moves them up. 2nd down and very manageable here for the Tornadoes.
2nd and 2 now, handed off to Mateer. He'll be able to push through to the first down, and maybe an extra yard there, but Mateer able to pick it up when the Tornadoes needed it.
Yep, nice play there. Didn't have to get a ton. Was able to work through it and pick up that one. A few nice blocks there to guide him. Worked right through the middle.
Brogan Muncie in on that, some of the blocking game there.
Ethan Esker to pick up that tackle for the Bulldogs, and now Tornadoes have something going here inside the 30-yard line.
Now Odom in the shotgun. He's going to hand it right back to Mateer. That one read pretty well and pulled down to the ground after a gain of maybe 1 there, and a very nice tackle. That was Javon Tompkins, 5'11", 305 pounds on the defensive line there, Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, he broke right through. I mean, there's a lot of times here where we're seeing that these Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs players are working around the edges, coming straight through, and there's not really a block for these running backs to use to find a hole.
Baron Odom under center, has Blake Ladage and Mateer behind. Now standing up after that little trickery. Nothing new for the Tornadoes there.
5 seconds on the play clock.
2nd and 8, a minute left in this third quarter. Hand it back to Mateer, and the ball is dropped. Let's see who lands on it, who's going to come up with the possession.
That is heartbreaking. It looks like
Taylorville did land on it. They did.
I think that was Ethan Rusher under all of it. So a nice play to recover it there, but needed something different. We'll see just what happened here.
Good eyes there, Anthony, seeing Rusher.
Looked like he didn't even get it on the handoff. Mahomet player got on it first, but Rusher kind of crawled under him to secure a nice effort there to pull it back, but ultimately Taylorville loses the down and has to pick something up here on 3rd and 10.
Durbin, wide receiver on the near side, far side. Looks like that's Ladage. Man in motion is Malik Pierce. Baron Odom now rolling out. He's going to have to get rid of it, and he does. Finding Durbin. Excuse me, that's Mateer. Mateer pushed out of bounds almost to the first down marker. But Mateer, that last option that Odom had, he was able to find him. See the way he's able to roll out. Odom had Malik Pierce on the far side, then able to just get that throw off last second over some Bulldog defenders. Beautiful pass, Mateer. Able to punch through a few more yards as well.
That was nice. Kind of made something out of nothing right there. Had a guy breaking right at him, but that goes back to maturing in the quarterback position, being able to take a second, notice your guy, and work out of those sticky situations. Because when you got a guy, Tim, coming at you full speed like that as a quarterback, the stress gets to you, and it can be tough to make a completion like that.
Thought it was closer to a first down there, 4th and 5 now. Taylorville offense is going to try it. Baron Odom gets the snap, rolls way out, needs to find a man. He's going to try to keep it himself and run for the first down, slides for it, and it looks like he will get it. Beautiful run there by Baron Odom.
Yeah, another nice play there from Baron Odom. Found the gap, smartly slides down. Taylorville creeping forward, getting a little bit closer, bring it into the red zone now as this third quarter winds down. We'll see what they go with. Have time to let it wind all the way down if they so choose.
10 seconds in this third quarter, and Odom is known for taking a couple of big hits in these games, and I'm liking seeing the slide out of him. I wonder if he's been instructed to do that, because he takes these big hits, he jumps right back up every time, and the third quarter will expire right there. Mahomet-Seymour 21, Taylorville 6. 12 more minutes put up on the clock. We'll take ourselves a little break. Tim Zalabak joined by Anthony Rebecco in this Taylorville Tornado broadcast on WTIM, your information station.
And we look forward to serving all of you. We'll be selling apple donuts and cider for a low price.
Cut.
Sydney, how many times do I have to tell you it's low, low price? How are people going to get excited for just one low? Let's try it again.
CEO is coming to Chili Fest, and we look forward to serving all of you. We'll be serving apple donuts and cider for a low, low price. Wait, what's my line again?
Okay, I think we're done here. Does anyone else want to try? What, do we hurry up and yell?
I had 5 stars. You're just gonna have to come and see for yourself. We look forward to seeing you at Philly Chest.
Cut.
I thought I did good.
Baron Odom is going to keep it himself, and he's going to throw it off to the right side, and Clark Durbin just out of the reach of Durbin. It's an incomplete pass, but I do like the option to go to Durbin there, Anthony.
Yeah, it was a good try, trying to roll back out to the right. We've seen that a couple times now from this Tornadoes team, but a big opportunity to score here, and you've got to take advantage of it going into the fourth.
And Durbin late in the third quarter there with one of the most impressive catches we've seen all year. Only about a 15-yard gain, but it was for the first down. He was in heavy cover and was able to toe the line. That was a great catch. I want to see the replay on that as much as we can.
Absolutely, yeah. Just had to kind of push around, get the arms out, and somehow pulled it down.
Yeah, Malik Pierce, near side wide receiver, handed off to Baron Odom. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to put one into the end zone. Almost picked off there. Ball falls incomplete. Looks like it was intended for, that's
Travis.
Yep, Travis Burke. And it was a bit of a floater pass, try to get it over those 2 Bulldog defenders. I don't hate it, Anthony, now on a 3rd and 10, though. Really going to have to make a decisive move towards the end zone.
Yeah, I don't hate it either. It's a good try, and just it's tough to see because there's so much pressure coming at him. He doesn't have time to let guys really work their defenders and get open. So he had to try and make a play there, left it a little bit short. I think if he puts that one a little bit higher, it might be a touchdown, but overall it was a good try, and 3rd down, got a couple more chances, but have to make something work here.
Odom opting to throw in the last 2 plays. Now he's in the shotgun. Has a man to his right. See what he goes with here. 3 wide receivers off to the right, 1 on the near side. Odom's going to drop back to pass. He's getting swallowed up. The pass is overthrown to the near side for Spencer Brown. And that'll go to 4th and 10 now for the Tornadoes as they got so close once again to punching in a very important score.
Yeah, so close again, like you said. I mean, that time, though, it was Noah Frank who was practically breathing down Odom's throat, or excuse me, down his neck. He had to make a play so quick and just couldn't find him.
We're going to try it once again here at a 4th and 10. Taylorville not doing it for any field goal opportunities in this ball game. That's been the pattern this year.
See what they choose to do here. Obviously, can be looking in the air.
Baron Odom in the shotgun, have 3 wide receivers off to his right. Now he's going to roll off to his right, has a man to beat, gets the throw off in the air, and that ball's going to be picked off by the Bulldogs right at about the 15-yard line on the Taylorville end. Not the play call that was drawn up there, Anthony.
Yeah, and in all reality, you probably want to let that ball drop there if you're Mahomet, get a little bit better field position. But at the end of the day, turnover nonetheless. Couldn't find it. Still more pressure on Baron Odom.
Was a great point you bring up right there, though. He probably should have. He knew that ball wasn't going to reach any receiver.
Sure.
Catching it on his own 10-yard line, it probably hurts more than it helps. But nevertheless, that is a turnover via the interception out of the hand of Baron Odom right there. And this Taylorville offense just not quite clicking in this ball game when they need to, Anthony.
Yeah, they're getting so close, but just unable to put the finishing touches on it. And it's impressive to see them work that far down the field, but just can't punch it in.
It's all about execution when you get that close. Only at about 12 to get at a certain point there. Mahomet-Seymour now running off to the near side. He'll be brought down after a pickup of 5. Looked like the ball came loose for a brief moment, jumped back on by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it looked like the ball did come loose there for a brief second. Cade Beckmeyer trying to jump on it, but another nice defensive play on 1st down by the Tornadoes, like we've been talking about. Able to limit the yardage right there. We'll take a look on this replay. It looked like the ball did pop out. Little Bulldogs player was right there behind him to swallow it up.
2nd and 5 now on the Mahomet-Seymour 15. Lucas Dyer trying to get his Bulldogs back down the field with 11 minutes left in this final quarter of play. 21-6, Mahomet-Seymour leads it over Taylorville. Dyer still getting instruction, looking for the snap in the shotgun. Wide receiver on both sides of him. Still waiting for that snap. Play clock at 8. Snap is good to him. He's going to hand it off to Ashby. Ashby finding a hole, breaking a few tackles, and getting down just shy of the 1st down marker.
They had Ashby originally a little bit further back, but he's able to drag guys with him.
And that's first down.
Yeah, that's what makes him so dangerous. He can take a guy with him for an extra 3 or 4 yards. And that's what he did right there. Took 3 Tornadoes to ultimately bring him down, and picks up a first down here with just over 10 minutes in the last quarter.
And as you said there, Ashby is able to move the chains on. I thought he was just a little bit short of that first down marker, but when you're able to drag 2 or 3 defenders, it's you got to go lower on them. You got to try a different tactic. Now Lucas Dyer, 1st and 10, working on the 21-yard line. Flag is thrown. False start, looked like, by the Bulldogs. They'll be right back to where they started.
Yeah, someone jumped there. We'll see what it looked like. It was either Hammerschmidt, potentially Mason Orton, who was out there.
10 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Only touchdown for the Tornadoes today came from a reception by Owen Mateer. That beautiful play. Wind is still going, if you were wondering about that. 1st and 15, under 10 minutes in this 4th. Lucas Dyer looking for the snap. The Bulldogs throwing with the wind now. They're going to hand it off. Bouncing to the outside is Ashby. Ashby breaking another tackle, then dragged down on the near side, right at about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, able to move it up. Like you said, they are throwing with the wind now, but electing to keep it on the ground will bring it right back up to about where they started on that original line of scrimmage. Still, though, taking a few Tornadoes players to eventually bring them down. And, Tim, we can really hear it up on top of the press box here. It is gusting away stronger than ever.
And it really is, and even if you are throwing with the wind, you have to wonder how much that's going to impact your throw. If you have a man about 20 yards away, you're going to have to barely throw that thing. Wind will do the rest. Lucas Dyer now in the shotgun. Ball is snap. He's going to hand it back to Ashby. Ashby straight through the middle, taking down a few Tornadoes as he goes, and he's pulled down short of the first down marker. Looks like he was in on the stop. Liam Pyatt.
You see the senior Liam Pyatt out there getting some work in. Always been aggressive.
Stay tuned to the end of this one to hear WTIM Tornado Player of the Game, sponsored exclusively by Nicole Patrick, your Country Financial Country Financial agent in Taylorville. Stay tuned for that Player of the Game. We got some decisions to make there when we go on break, Anthony. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in this 4th quarter. 21-6. Mahomet leads it over Taylorville. Lucas Dyer in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Ashby. More in the same. Ashby off to the far side, rolling through the first down, then getting pulled by his jersey back as to not get any further. Now on that 3rd and 4. And moving the chains once again. And Mahomet-Seymour not doing anything flashy tonight, and I think that was their game plan coming into this matchup in the Apollo Conference, looking to pick up their 2nd win in the Apollo. I think they've been handling their business exactly how they thought they would.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, not doing anything too flashy, coming off a big win last week. You just want to get in there, put some points on the board, and get out. Don't want to make any mistakes to this Taylorville team because they can capitalize on that. We've seen it in the past. Tonight they're playing fundamentally well, but Mahomet-Seymour just able to run the ball strong and punch in some of their own.
We knew it was going to be a run game tonight with these crazy conditions. Handing it back to Ashby, it's been working for him. And no crazy long runs from Ashby, just 5-6 yards here and there. He did it once again on the 1st and 10 from the Mahomet-Seymour 35.
Ashby, 346 rushing yards in total. We talked about him a little bit pregame, and it's interesting. We saw he only averages 4.2, which is pretty consistent to what we've seen tonight. But gets the ball a lot and able to keep them going, picking up first downs.
It's just a constant 4.2 for him. That keeps him on the field. That keeps him with the ball in his hand.
And his longest is only 14 yards. I mean, we've seen Lucas Dyer himself as 31 as his long. So not a guy who will typically go for these long runs, but he can punch it through, has strong legs, and is able to gain yards that way.
Real gritty, this Mahomet-Seymour team. They'll be pushed back 5 yards there. Some extracurriculars after the whistle. I saw a little bit of extra movement there.
Yeah, could have been holding, could have been a personal foul, something like that. But ultimately, like you said, it gets pushed back 5 yards.
1st and 16 on the 29-yard line now.
Baron Odom out there at cornerback right now. Maybe safety. You'll have to see where he lines up.
7:37 left in the 4th quarter. As Lucas Dyer, his squad prepare. Taylorville defense scattered.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Bulldogs taking a little bit to draw up this one. Want to have something good on 1st and 15.
10 on the play clock now. Lucas Dyer awaits the snap. He gets it. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to throw it. Connects with his receiver just back to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be pulled down. A good gain right there, getting close to that first down marker on the 1st and 16.
Yeah, and that's just your classic snap it and pitch it. Find someone downfield, pick up the short yard gain, you cut it in half, and you give yourself a much better opportunity. That one right there looks like it was Mason Orton, someone we haven't seen a ton of, but makes that reception and brings them within 5 of that first down marker on 2nd down.
Orton, a wide receiver that probably gets a lot more looks on a regular Friday night. Tonight it's been all Ashby, all Vanderveer. Dyer now in the shotgun, gets the snap, hands it off. That's Ashby. He's going to get swallowed up in the backfield. Beautiful takedown by the Tornado defense on that play. Read it well.
That's what I want to see more of for this Tornadoes team. They're able to break through and read those well on some occasions. But, I mean, when the O-line is doing their thing for Mahomet, it's difficult. But when you're able to read that and know who it's going to and break through, that's the type of plays that keep your team in it.
Brogan, Muncie, Ethan Rusher both on the stop right there. Muncie is going to take a play off here on the sideline, but he's so much impact Muncie brings on both sides of the ball.
Tim, it feels like the wind is picking up. Saw a goal fall down over there earlier.
Really?
Things are kind of flying around, yeah. So
wow.
Just still picking up, and it's been windy this entire night. Cool 65 degrees, though.
Dyer's going to roll way out, and he's going to look to find his receiver. He's going to keep it himself, rolling off to the far side, gets the first down, and then dragged down just past that marker. But Dyer's so quick off the snap right there, and you never know when he's going to keep it himself. He thought he might have a man downfield, and he did. That's just a little bit more of that deception. Able to get the first down nevertheless.
Yeah, and when you see guys like Ashby, like Vanderveer coming up with big plays, you don't expect a lot of times for Lucas Dyer, who hasn't ran it much, to run it. But when he needs to, he does. Picks up a lot of yards right there, and is able to pick up a first down as the clock continues to wind down here in the 4th.
5 minutes, 30 seconds left in this final quarter. Offensive line set for Mahomet-Seymour. Lucas Dyer in the shotgun. Play clock at 10. Trying to get Taylorville to jump. Ball's going to be handed off now, running to the near side. Almost pulled down in the backfield, able to get back to the line of scrimmage there. Who do we have on the ball carrier there? No. It might have been Mason Orton again.
Yeah, and it looked like...
Oh, no. 4.
Looked like Maddox Vera had him originally. He was able to break that tackle.
Gavin Hammerschmidt on the carry there. Maddox Havera coming up in big ways on the defensive side.
And he's still just a sophomore, so a lot of time to see him grow. Almost had that one here. I bet he's probably a little upset with himself at not pulling him down.
Yeah, Havera had that nice interception against Mount Zion the early part of that game. Probably led to a Taylorville score, if I remember correctly. 21-6, Mahomet-Seymour leads. Cade Ashby with it as he rushes through towards the first down marker. Clock now at 4 minutes, 30 seconds.
Mahomet leading by 15 right here. Tornadoes missed their extra point earlier, have 6 on the board. Mahomet, good for all 3.
Strong kick we need to add from Taylorville. That could be something we're going to have to keep an eye on here in these next weeks, because that is a point where Taylorville has lost some games this year without that extra point. Well, we're back to it, 3rd and 2 now on the Taylorville 45. Lucas Dyer awaits the snap, and he gets it. He's going to hand it off. It's Cade Ashby running to the near side, finding a hole, breaking a tackle, pulled down. In on the stop there for the Tornadoes. Looks like that is Maddox Havera once again.
Another classic short run there by Ashby, but still so strong, able to move through it and move the chains. They're still protecting that pass game pretty well, not letting anything slide through. They don't want to get beat deep unexpectedly. Official holding that ball down, saying, don't go anywhere, ball, I'm watching you.
You have to remember, you just had a great point right there. They could surprise you at any moment with a man downfield uncovered because they've just been so heavy and so successful on the run tonight. You have to remember they do have some weapons on the wide receiver side of things. There's a 6'6" Trey Peters that hasn't even been used tonight. Ball was down on the snap. Lucas Dyer is going to have a huge loss right there, but they're just happy to come up with the possession.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, was fumbled a little bit on the snap, and looks like when he recovered it, he opted just to go down as there were a couple men coming at him. No way to get out of that situation. Just catch a bit of a break here. It'll push him back. rare mistake there. A lot of these snaps have been consistent and fluid for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Same with the Tornadoes.
3 minutes and 10 seconds left in this fourth quarter as a timeout is called, believe it, a Taylorville timeout. This season's coin toss is sponsored exclusively by your Taylorville McDonald's, where I'm loving it and they love the Tornadoes. Extra points tonight. They've been the few and far between, but it's sponsored by the Senior Citizens of Christian County. Exclusive sponsor of the Taylorville Tornado Extra Point. Keep active in your senior years. Enjoy trips, lunches, activities, and fellowship at the Senior Citizens of Christian County in Taylorville. God bless you, Anthony.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. I had to put the mic up for that one.
I get it.
Yeah, a lot of fans, though, like you said, showing up and showing out. A nice, cool night here in September, about 70 degrees. But like you said, the wind coming down. We see a lot of windbreakers out there for the coaches and the cheerleaders down on the field.
It's a classic coach outfit, full windbreaking material.
Got the shorts, though, on still.
Yeah, got to be ready for a pickup game of basketball at a moment's notice. 2nd and 18 now for the Bulldogs on the Taylorville 48-yard line after a big loss and a dropped snap in the last play. Coming out of the timeout, 3 minutes, 10 seconds in this fourth quarter. Ashby hurdles a man, able to get through and pick up a couple of yards on that run. See a replay on that one. It looked like Ashby caught some air.
Yeah, got up high to try and get a few more yards. Broke through, but third down here. 3rd and 4th down is where we've really seen the Bulldogs make big plays, especially with Ashby Vanderveer. We'll take a look and see just exactly what was going on with that one. It looks like he might have got someone there in the shoulder or the face, but
yeah,
picks up a few, and 3rd down.
Now on a 3rd and 15, you said it right there, Anthony. This is where the Bulldogs have shined tonight. Oh, and a double handoff there, completely left open is Gavin Hammerschmidt. And he is going to slide down just shy of the end zone. A mature play for him there. Didn't want to score and give the Tornadoes too much time to get back onto the field. But what a reverse, and completely threw off the Tornado defense there. Went to Ashby, back to Hammerschmidt, and had a wide open field in front of him. Nobody to beat when it came down to it, but had the peace of mind there to slide down just at the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
See if the Bulldogs just hold on to it as long as they can now.
Like you said, yeah, smart, mature play right there. But like you said, it tricked him. We've never seen it tonight from them.
Yeah.
We've seen it always go to Ashby. Sometimes, we have seen it go to Vanderveer. But that one's just a trick play, and Hammerschmidt able to take it. You said wisely slides down. It'll bring us within 2 minutes.
It's 21-6. Mahomet-Seymour leads it just under 2 minutes now. That was Hammerschmidt on the carry right there. First handed off to Cade Ashby, then to Gavin Hammerschmidt. Timeout will be taken by the Tornadoes. We're going to take a break with them, but before we do, Taylorville Community Credit Union, the exclusive sponsor of the Taylorville Tornado Timeouts, conveniently located in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org. Member NCUA. Tim Zalabak alongside Anthony Rebecco tonight. We'll be right back here on WTIM, your information station. Ball game, Mahomet-Seymour threatens for one last time. They lead it 21-6. Ball is handed off to Cade Ashby. He's going to bounce around a few players there, pick up a couple, and get even closer into that end zone. 2nd and goal now.
Yeah, same thing again there from Ashby. And so when we break this one down, that'll definitely be something that we're talking about. Just handing it off, letting him pick up 5 or 6 yards over and over again, putting them closer and closer to that end zone.
Clock continues to wind down as we reach just about the 1 minute mark. Lucas Dyer in the shotgun. He prepares for it. He hands it off. Cade Ashby bounces to the outside, pushes through close to the goal line, and he's going to be stood up just at about inches to get there, Anthony, on a 4th and goal now.
Yeah, just short. had a few guys over there, and you just have to assume that on 4th down, Tim, we've seen it. They'll just punch it in right here.
Final 40 seconds of this ball game. Taylorville will move to 1-4 on the year, 0-2 in Apollo Conference play. Mahomet-Seymour improves to 3-2 on the year and 2-0 in Apollo Conference play, as that one will be punched in for the final score of this ball game by the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. They're absolutely fired up, Anthony.
Yeah, they brought that one in, and the fans from Mahomet are excited. Came a long way for this one and ultimately get rewarded. We'll go ahead and try and tag on the extra point here to finish this one off. Still a little under 30 seconds to go.
Trying to make it 28-6 and secure the victory.
Still, though, Tim, not a bad performance. We'll have to break it down and talk about it, especially coming off the games that Mahomet-Seymour has come off of. Definitely a lot to look on the bright side of for this one.
Yeah. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights, 28-6. Mahomet-Seymour leads it.
I think consistency is definitely key for this Mahomet-Seymour team. Haven't seen a lot of breakout plays, haven't seen a lot of long throws or long runs, but just those punch-ins over and over. Again, Ashby, we've seen Vanderveer, we've seen Hammerschmidt. Just keep running that ball, bringing it up the field slow and steady. Put up 4 touchdowns in this one, the Bulldogs did. Taylorville with 1. Of 30 seconds here as the game winds down.
You got to think that does something to your defensive mentality when you continue to have defensive stops and act successfully until that 3rd, 4th down. When they still have yards to get, Anthony, a lot of those were, it was not 4th and inches. Sometimes they were going 4th and 9, even 4th and forever. And they were so confident all game long. Taylorville defense, nothing to hang their head about. Tonight, the Bulldogs just had the answer every time.
You know, like you said, Tim, just somehow the Bulldogs on 4th down just could always make it work. You know, the Tornadoes get stops on 2nd and 1, but when it came to 4th and 9 or more, it was just interesting to see how that happened. When continuing to blow, it looks like the rain might be picking up a tad bit, so appreciative that held off.
Just in time, you know?
Yep.
So just under 30 seconds left, and we'll get another kick here. Mahomet-Seymour kicking with the wind, kicking to the south towards Taylorville High School. Jackson Davis lets it go. It's going to fly out the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, it was a strong kick, Tim. I don't care if you're blowing into the wind or not. That's tough to do. That was out of the back of the end zone. Nice strong kick. And Jackson Davis, I mean, he's a junior, 5'11", 160, but really has a boot, can put it where he needs to.
It's the kicker build, 5'11", 160. I think that kick could go a long way.
Doesn't skip leg day.
No, can't. That's what I tend to think about when you see both sides, you know, both offensive, defensive lines pushing at each other with the ball carrier in the middle of it all. Who did more squats in that offseason? Well, you find out.
Comes down to it.
28-6, Mahomet-Seymour leads it over the Taylorville Tornadoes at the end of this ball game, 2nd Apollo Conference game for both of these squads. Taylorville will stay at home next week against Effingham. That'll be a great matchup. And a lot of great takeaways that we'll break down. Just after this game, we'll announce the WTIM Tornado Player of the Game. It's handed off from Baron Odom to a Tornado, and he's just held back. It was Spencer Brown, it looked like, and not too much going for him there.
Yeah, had a leg in his hold on that one. Just wouldn't let him go. He's trying to pick up more. Like you said, ultimately held, and it looks like that'll wind us down here as the last 10 seconds.
Final 10 seconds. Taylorville will not give it another play, and they're going to let it wind down. 28-6 is the final here from Taylorville High School, and a whole lot to break down, but it was just a lot of the same all game from the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. It was the consistency and the constant success with that led them to this victory. Once again, Mahomet-Seymour 2-0 in Apollo Conference play. Taylorville Tornadoes 0-2. We'll be right back. A little bit of a post-game show for this Taylorville Tornado football game. I'm Tim Zalabak, Anthony Rebecca alongside me. We'll be right back on WTIM.
Thank you for tuning in to TommyTV tonight. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook to never miss out on an exciting broadcast.
And again, the score here tonight was 6-28 in favor of the Bulldogs for Mahomet-Seymour.
We want to give a special thank you to everyone who is working super hard behind the scenes to make this broadcast possible tonight.
Thanks again for joining us here tonight for some Friday Night Football. For TommyTV, I'm Olivia Guerin.
And I'm Landry Solomon. Have a great night, Tornado Nation.
You're watching TommyTV.